Family is a tough subject for me because I don't even get it. But it's my life, so I'm gonna try to lay it out the best way I can. I come from a two-parent household. I have two moms. My family structure is it's the most hippiest thing ever now that I think about it. It feels like I was just one giant social experiment. But okay. My parents, were my parents friends? Actually, I don't know what they were. But it started out as a working relationship. Okay? But before I go any further, I think I should take you through some nouns because it's going to get really confusing, and because I even forget which nouns to use when I'm telling family stories to other people. So I'm going to make a real effort to use the right one so you don't get confused or mixed up. Okay? So remember, I have two moms. We have Ma, Me, and Mama. Ma, Me, and Mama over here. And then we have Mom, Mum, and Mummy. Not Mummy, sorry. Mom, Mum, and Mommy. Ma, Me, and Mama. Mom, Mum, and Mummy. Mommy. My family is set up in a rather common way in SA, but everywhere else it's like, what? Wait, what? Wow. Yeah. Ma used to work for Mom as a domestic worker. They'd been living together for about 10 years before I was born, and sometimes the way that they tell it got really rough economically. Actually, the way Ma tells it, because Mom doesn't say all of that, but Ma says it all the time. She says it got rough economically. If one struggled, they both struggled. If one ate, they both ate. So they had a really tight bond, but completely platonic. Okay? They were 38 and 39 at the time when I was born, and Ma was divorced before they even met, and Ma had never married. When I was born, Ma said, hold out your hands. Alright? This one is yours. I've already got 3. Alright? Let's share this one. That's what Ma said. And at first Ma was like, call me Auntie Denise, which I don't remember at all. But Ma made sure that from the get, Mom was Mom. I mean, I was named after Mom also, so like it was inevitable. Mom is Denise Margaret. I'm Denise Margaret. We have different surnames though. And then some imprinting happened, and that's how it's been my whole life. And then Mom moved to Canada when I was 11. That was really hard because it felt like a divorce. Because yeah, you live with two parents and all of a sudden one moves away. It feels like a divorce. But Mom moved because it was really hard for her to make a living as a single white female and take care of all of us in the new South Africa. So I understand that it had to happen. So Mom moved closer to be near my aunt who lived in Canada at the time. That's why Mom picked Canada. And then it was just me, Mom, and Gran for the longest time. My sisters would make cameos every now and again, but for the most part it was the 3 of us for a few years. And then eventually Gran moved to Canada as well. We tried to get me to go and live with mom when I was in high school, but because there wasn't a legal adoption, even with written uncoerced permission from ma that had been notarized and certified, the Canadian government denied us on 3 separate occasions. Okay, and then people like to ask, well, then why don't you just go through with the adoption? Well, SA law states that the child would have to change, child being me, would have to change their last name to the adopting parents. And that being the case, ma said no, because then my ancestors wouldn't know who I am, and then I wouldn't be protected, which to me makes perfect sense. So I didn't press the issue, and even though I was really disappointed, it wasn't worth giving up my spirituality. Alright? I mean, honestly, we were family. Screw what some stupid law had to say about it. Alright? And that's how it was. How were you conceived? Where's your dad? Is what people like to ask me. I don't know. Why is that important? I grew up with 2 very loving parents. My sire and my bio mom were never married. In fact, I was an oops. I think I'm the last of 10 from his side, and last of 4 from my side, and then with mom and ma, it's just me. I grew up like an only child. My sisters were much older than me when I popped my head into the world to see what was going on. The one right above me is actually 13 years older than me, so they were all coming into their own. I literally had to learn to play and be by myself. And because of the politics of the time, my sisters grew up with my gran, and I grew up with my mom. I'm the only one of my siblings who actually got to grow up with my ma consistently, which is horrible. Would I call myself mixed? Nope. I'm blackity, black. I was raised in a culturally diverse family, but genetically I'm black, spiritually I'm black. When I fill out a form, I check black. I hate filling out forms and that stuff, bro. Like, I'm declaring my family situation anyway, because it feels like no one takes us seriously because we don't have the legal documents or the right pigments of melanin to back it up. Growing up, even now, if I had a fight with mom, ma always defends mom. Even now, when they speak through me, for the most part, ma still defends mom. They're my family, man. And both sides have made it a point to entrench me in both their cultures. It's why I can code switch so seamlessly, in my opinion. I love my parents with everything I am. My whole family, both sides. And no matter how far my black pride takes me, that's not gonna change. I'm still a representative of both sides of my family, and I'm gonna conduct myself as such. Being born into this family isn't a choice I got to make, and I'm not gonna deny my parentage because there isn't any science or BS legality supporting it. And I think that's all I have to say about that. So if you watch an upcoming video and wonder about my use of nouns, now you know. And you can come back here and remind yourself if you have any questions. Okay? For now, please do best and subscribe.